Hello, Augies Worldwide. I'm Dave Kassler, amateur radio call sign KE0OG, here with another episode of Ask Dave. Today we're going to look at a radio I got in the mail from Radioddity. Radioddity is a Chinese company that has started out with some DMR radios, had some stumbles, and then finally came out with the GD-77, which is a very, very nice radio. And they asked if they could send this one to me. This is a UHF only, so 70 centimeter only, and it's capable of ordinary FM or DMR. So I'm just going to take the radio out, screw in the antenna, and it comes also with a charger, a wall wart that you can put into this thing, and a programming cable. Okay? Now, this Radioddity radio may look a little familiar to you. Let's turn it on. Oh, it's been on, so we've run the battery down. But we'll put this in here and take the little, I just have a image in my mind of Chinese grandpas sitting at tables endlessly winding these little cords. So we'll stretch it out, see if we can get it plugged in over here. So again, put it in here, and it will turn on. Now it says booting, please wait. Okay, and then there's the Radioddity logo. And then there we have the VFO-A, VFO-B, okay, and you have your menu button and so on. Now you may say that looks awfully familiar. Okay, let's take this radio here. This is an Anytone. Do you see any differences? Let's turn this on. Booting, please wait. Then we see the Anytone logo and the same size thing. It happens to be set up for Quartzite, which is coming up in January. Okay, now how about the symbols above the line, the battery type thing, a menu, zone, list, all of the other little features are in there. It looks just like the Anytone. Now this Anytone radio is not a cheap radio, and it is available through bridgecomsystems.com, and it's FM plus it is DMR on 2 meters and 70 centimeters. Now, because most DMR activity in the U.S. is on UHF 70 centimeters, this radio only does 70 centimeters. It will not do 2 meters, which this one will do. And it's designed to work only on the ham bands, although you can contact, if you want radios like this that work on utility bands, say you are a county communications manager, you can identify yourself as such to the Bridgecom people, and they'll send you the radios programmed for those frequencies. But I think it's interesting. They weigh the same, they look the same, they have the same thing on the back. And that brings up a point about the Chinese. The Chinese do not view brands the same way we do in the United States. If something is branded as Anytone, then every radio like this would be Anytone, okay? But in the Chinese, there's an extra layer in the manufacturing, sales, and distribution process where suppliers of the radio can do what's called OEM, or send the supplies to another manufacturer for distribution. And they'll do custom coding. In this case, for example, the people at Anytone, which I think is part of, well, I'm not going to say because I don't know. But it's part of a bigger, this is a brand used by one of the bigger manufacturers over there. This is an extremely nice radio, by the way. This would be a great radio, the Anytone, for someone who is just getting into VHF, UHF, and it'll last you for years because it's got all the features you need, including GPS, Bluetooth, all kinds of things. This radio right here, which is looks exactly the same, only works on UHF, and you know that's just a matter of programming to make it work that way. And so it doesn't exactly duplicate this. This is for a much smaller audience. This, although it will do FM, is designed for people who do most of their ham radio operating on DMR, because that's where the DMR action is. Now let's look up the price of this radio. Okay, so we're going to go to Amazon.com. Okay, and we're going to look up Radioddity. And it is a GD dash AT10G. Radioddity AT10G DMR radio. Here it is right here. Okay. This one is available for $170, or a penny short of that. Okay. Now keep that figure in mind, $170. And I'm going to take a, well, I'll get that later. Okay. Look at the radio there. Now let's go up here and go to Bridgecom Systems. Okay. And we'll look up the Anytone D878 UV 2 Plus, and it's got a little thing right here, $299. Okay, so we've got that versus the $169. So this is the problem. If you want to buy the this DMR radio from Anytone, one thing you get with it is support. If you have a question on how to operate it, they've got what they call Bridgecom University, which is just video after video after video after video of ways to use their various products. They also make repeaters, by the way, not only for ham bands, but commercially. That's what you get for paying the extra price. Now this Radioddity right here is supposed to have a warranty, but basically you're talking to the manufacturer back in China. Okay, so if something goes wrong with this, and yet there's over $100 price difference between these two, and yes, this does 2 meters also. I suppose it won't be long before this one will do 2 meters too. So what do? I would recommend, pulling your money together and going through Bridgecom Systems, because they provide support, which we don't with the Radioddity. The Radioddity is a little weird because it only does 70 centimeters. Now, it will do FM on 70 centimeters, but the real action for the tech bands is 2 meters FM. Then you can do your DMR, which is mostly on 70 centimeters. There is some on 2 meters. So find out locally what you're going to do. If you find yourself only doing DMR, this will be a less expensive radio because it just does where most of the DMR is. Okay? So there you go. There you have it. Comparison of the two. Different price ranges, but they're both fairly expensive radios. And this one is definitely worth the money because of the support you get. It's a radio that will last you all the time you use 2 meters in DMR. Please be sure to send in your entry for giveaway number 4, which is this antenna here. This is the Alpha Delta DXEE antenna. And it's a remarkable antenna. It's built like a tank. It's 40, 20, 15, and 10. And although it will only cover half of 40, you can choose the lower half or the upper half by how you set it up. So this antenna will go to some lucky person. Send that entry form no later than a week before the day we do the selection. We're going to be doing the selection on November 25th. November 25th. So try and get that entry in before about November 18th if you can. I've had mail take as much as a week to get to me. What I will do is go down to the post office the day of the drawing and collect all the mail so I have the most current. To enter, send a postcard or a QSL card or a single sheet of paper in an envelope to Dave Kassler, KE0OG, P.O. Box 98, Ridgeway, Colorado, 81432. And in your entry, put giveaway number 4 and put your name, the address to where you would want it shipped if you win, and your phone number that I can call if I have any questions. There you have it. If you would like to help support this channel financially, I'd love for you to do that. You can do that by going to dkassler.com/support. And there are several ways there that you can support this channel as much or as little as you like. Of course, one of the great ways to support it is to subscribe and click like and tell other people about this channel. You've probably noticed by now that if you're looking for the technician videos, go to ke0og.net/training. And the links are there to the videos which have been moved to the ARRL site. The videos for the general class have been moved to the ARRL site, but you need to be a member of the ARRL in order to view them. The extra videos are in the process of being moved. In the meantime, if you'd like the extra videos on a thumb drive so that you don't need the internet to watch them, you can get that for $49.99 by taking that option on the page that I just mentioned, dkassler.com/support. So until we next meet, 73.